So my first experience with marketing was in a sales and marketing class at a technical school in high school. It was more of a sales class. There wasn't much marketing. There was no digital marketing. There was no social media marketing. There was no social media. Social media was lunch. It was outside with everyone. It was just a social times when you had to call people on your home phone. Wow, I'm dating myself. So that was in 1994. Although it was going on outside my world in 1994, online advertising, although in its infancy, it was happening. There were banner ads that appeared for the first time on websites, which makes sense. The first time I worked in marketing was 1998. I was 18 years old, I believe, and I worked in event marketing. We used things like Tina Turner's music, like Simply the Best, for large conventions to, build momentum, to get everybody hyped, to really create energy in the room. But again, the amount of online content that was being created was slim to none. A lot of traditional. We were using VHS still, VCRs to market. We were literally selling those. So there wasn't a lot of marketing like there is today. And I think that's pretty special. In 2024, we have a significant shift again happening with the emergence of AI and machine learning that have just made the possibility of marketing to a specific consumer or making engaging content for someone that it feels like it's just for them. Can you imagine getting an email or getting a push notification that feels like it literally is just for you? Like you were just talking about this with someone? Well, that's what we have the capability of doing with AI and machine learning. And it's only getting better. This creates a significant challenge and opportunity for educators in higher education to be able to look at the skills that we've always incorporated, that we've always given our students, and then see what we need to do to upskill them to get them ready for this new era in marketing, in this new world. Incorporating technology and new media, from artificial intelligence to machine learning, predictive modeling, data-driven marketing is really important to be able to give students the skills that they need when they graduate, that they're able to be successful and become the leaders that they need to get a job in marketing. It's not easy. It was a lot easier in the 90s, let me tell you that. It was a lot easier. It just was, if you're in the right place at the right time, well, I know it happened with me. I wasn't even looking for a job in marketing, which is pretty amazing. My second position in marketing was for Match.com. So Match.com used to have a division called Match Live. I don't know if you've ever heard of speed dating, but when speed dating was first coming out, like I did that. I mean, I didn't do that, but I was running it. So we would come up with, oh gosh, this is really going to age me. We would come up with cool little like campaigns like Sex and the City, or, try to make it like fun and hip and different, something that would engage. Well, my target population was anyone in the 20s. So it could be 21 all the way up to 29. And later it changed, and we also added the 40s. So anywhere from 40 on up. So anyways, I was doing email marketing before there was a term called email marketing. And I had all of this data, all of these past attendees that I had to sift through manually when our numbers were down. So we might have like a really cool, like a blue martini type of event or something going on. And instead of being able to pull a report or to be able to, even like we didn't have ad hoc reporting. So I would literally go back into past events. I can still remember the screens. They were not pretty. So going back and looking through different attendees and then seeing who normally would show up, who paid and who went. From there, I would literally send out these personalized emails. I would spend hours crafting like what I thought was the most dynamic and personal email that if I got it, I would think they really want me to go. Like they really need me to go. When I did, I really needed them to go. I needed so many men and so many women to make these events happen. That's the kind of events we were hosting. And you needed a diverse group. So if I think about now, the fact that students, marketers don't have to do that. They don't have to go back to these systems and go into these screens and another screen to another screen and to another screen to find data to be able to track that specific person or this specific segment that they need or that they want to attract. I mean, even thinking about it gets me confused. It gets me tongue-tied, as you can hear, because I'm literally thinking about all the steps that we used to have to take to come to the same thing now that would take, I mean, at most, if you're learning a system, 15 minutes with AI. Now, taking that and teaching that to our students, creating something that's really special, that they find engaging, that's a challenge. Some of the ways that I'm doing that in my class is with incorporating. So it's not an option. It's mandatory. Students have to create an account, an OpenAI, a ChatGPT account, a free one, but they have to, and they have to use it with each and every assignment. So I do get some resistance from students that do not see the value or that feel that it is going to take away personal creativity or that they're not going to be, that's going to make them dumb, to be quite honest. That's what I've literally heard time and time again. It's going to make us dumb if we're using this. It's not usually, I don't hear a lot of that, but I do hear it. So some of the ways that I will go through and I'll show students that they're wrong, that they truly are, is, well, first, you're not going to just copy and paste an assignment right into ChatGPT. You're going to take whatever you have, your rough draft, your roughest draft, and we're going to create a really specific prompt. And I'll show them how to do that. And so we'll be doing this and we'll have one group over here creating one prompt. And then over here, another group creating a different prompt. And we'll compare our results afterwards. And again, it's just a really rough draft. And sometimes we get very similar content where they're like, oh, see, it didn't do it. And then I will show them what I was doing behind the scenes at the same time, which was creating a third prompt, which is going a little bit further, adding a little bit more detail. And then that's when things start happening. Like that's when the magic happens, if you will. And I see the little light bulbs going off, which is, by the way, like the most special time for me. It's like, that's when I know what I want to do for the rest of my life is this. I want to teach. I want to be in that classroom. And I want to be like showing students that at every level of their careers, students who have zero experience in marketing and students who don't even want to go into marketing, but they have to take my class because it's a requirement. It's part of their program. That they have an appreciation by the time that they're done. So incorporating AI in the future for marketing professionals, for marketing students, it is going to entail some things that might be uncomfortable from the past. I'll be honest, I don't love statistics. I don't love math. I surely don't. I'm not good at calculus, but I know that all these things, maybe not as heavy, obviously, as what students might think, but it's going to be important to know some aspects of this, right? If we want to create students who graduate from our programs that are competitive in the market, that they could be proud and we could be proud of them, we're going to have to incorporate it. So how do we do that? And that's something we have to figure out together, right? So what I love about marketing is that we can take a little bit of me, we can take a little bit of you, and a little bit of you. We can combine that all together, like for all of our creative genius that we have, and we can make something really special. And then we bring in other departments too, like the data science and the AI and the machine learning. And we incorporate that all together. And I think that we're going to make our students more dynamic, definitely more competitive. We can polish them up and give them the skills that they need. Because the future of AI is everything from optimizing ad spend to enhancing customer experience, creating personalized content that's like hyper-personalized, content creation and curation, as well as incorporating voice search and smart speakers, video marketing, live streaming. I could go on and on and on, but those are all the challenges that we have. Like, how do we teach all of that? I think we have a pretty good plan in place, which is that we're embracing at Walsh College, we're embracing technology, we're embracing artificial intelligence, we're embracing machine learning. And we're also not afraid to embrace that in our marketing programs, which is pretty special, in my opinion. And it creates some pretty powerful presentations as well. When my students are able to incorporate and level up, so to speak, quicker and faster, I'm noticing that they're more engaged, they are more proud of the content that they're creating, and then they also have a better understanding of marketing concepts, which is really tough to teach prior to the integration of ChatGPT into my classes. When the student comes in and they have these preconceived notions of what marketing is, and most of it's like sales. It is multi-level marketing even. It's these pitchy things that it does not encompass what marketing is, especially not marketing today. And then I see the transformation that happens again. And I give a lot of credit to AI. I give a lot of credit to ChatGPT. We're using all sorts of different systems and we're trying them together, or we're using them together. Which it makes the experience for my students and myself that much more rewarding. And I think it could make us even that much more competitive. There are other things that we need to incorporate in teaching marketing with the changes or the evolution of new media and technologies. There's responsibility. So we have to teach them to be ethical marketers, to think about sustainability and social responsibility and what that means for corporations, what that means for their own personal brands. Data privacy. We have to teach them about the importance of data privacy, right? So we have new technologies that can help with that. Blockchain, although it's known for cryptocurrency, it also can be pretty profound in marketing to help with data privacy, to not only help with data privacy, but then also help to, well, let me put it this way. Imagine a world where the consumer has more control over their own data and they can sell that directly to brands, something which I've been taking advantage of for about 2 years with Amazon shopping. So for a mere $12 a month, which definitely pays for my subscription to Amazon Prime, I sell, yes I do, receipts every month. So I scan them. Pretty much anything other than restaurant like receipts. Other than that, I upload them every month. They have to be within the last 30 days. But I also sell all of my interactions, or basically my beta. So like all of my internet searches, everything else like that. Yeah, I know. Can you imagine? It's a little scary sometimes when I think about that, but I do. I sell all of that. That's only $2 a month, but I like it because I imagine in my head that that's going to create more customized ads, more customized targeted content that comes my way. And then for me, that takes the time and the energy that I normally do, like the energy and the time that it takes to go and search for like exactly what I'm looking for. If it is just presented in front of me, well, that is just a miraculous day. I love that. Thank you.